A ceasefire in place indefinitely. President Trump says he's in no rush to permanently end the conflict with Iran or force a bad deal.
I don't want to rush it. I want to take my time. We have plenty of time, and I want to get a great deal. I want to get a deal where our nation and the world is safe.
That deal, he says, must be everlasting, ending any chance of Iran acquiring a nuclear weapon. Still, with the Strait of Hormuz closed and a U.S. naval blockade of Iran enforced, President Trump concedes Americans will pay higher gas prices for a little while. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
Meanwhile, CENTCOM says the U.S. Navy now has 3 aircraft carriers in the Middle East. The USS George H.W. Bush carrier arrived in the Indian Ocean. This is the first time 3 aircraft carriers have been in the region since 2003, leading up to the Iraq invasion. Meantime, a new Fox News poll asked voters how they feel about the ongoing conflict in Iran.
Support for the war in Iran has grown to 45% now, from 42% in March. Has the action made America safer? 36% say yes, while 39% say it has made America less safe. A majority of voters, 57%, say they don't believe the effort to keep America safe justifies the pain of higher prices here at home, while 43% say the rising cost will be worth it in the long run. When it comes to Israel, 40% say the U.S. is too supportive. Another 40% think the support is just about right. 19% think the U.S. could do more for Israel. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
President Trump says Israel and Lebanon have agreed to extend a ceasefire by 3 weeks as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced he had prostate cancer that responded to treatment. America's listening to Fox News.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Here's a tale of Tina searching up and down for decent GLP-1s, but got spun around.
Till Good RX wrote in, hey, we got something new. GLP-1 prescriptions, all FDA approved.
Brand name meds, no flags that are red.
Clear pricing from the start. None of those hidden fees in your cart.
Delivered to your door or pick up same day. Yarn tootin'.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
I put it to goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
A tornado ripping through northern Oklahoma Thursday evening.
This one started forming, and it really touched down, and we watched it just go across and towards northeast from the base.
At least 10 people were hurt. Fox's Kristen Mayo.
A powerful tornado ripped roofs off buildings and sent emergency crews rushing to nearby Vance Air Force Base. The tornado happening in the city of Enid. This is a volunteer at a local shelter.
A lot of people out in Graywood Ridge, their homes are leveled. So we don't know how many are missing or if anybody's safe or not. So everyone needs to come together to pray for those families.
Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt says he's working with local leaders to assess damage and to ensure all personnel are safe and accounted for. Chris DeMayo, Fox News.
2 teens arrested for an alleged plot to attack a Texas synagogue. Fox's Chanley Painter.
According to the police, the alleged plot involved driving through the congregation to, quote, kill as many Jews as possible. And now an 18-year-old in North Carolina and a 16-year-old juvenile in Texas have been arrested, according to police. The 18-year-old Angela Han Hicks is now being held under a $10 million bond after being arrested Wednesday and charged with conspiring to commit murder and assault against members of Congregation Beth Israel in Houston, planned for April 21st, 2028. According to the FBI, quote, the FBI Charlotte Joint Terrorism Task Force began the investigation Tuesday evening after a tip to a North Carolina law enforcement agency.
Now, prosecutors say the initial attack had been planned for 2028, though the arrests were made given an imminent concern. And 5 people are in custody following a deadly shootout inside the Mall of Louisiana in Baton Rouge. A high school senior was killed. 5 other people were hurt. Officials say 2 rival groups began firing at each other in the heat of an argument in the food court. Police are still looking for any additional suspects. I'm Gianna Gelosi. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Salt Light and Urbana temporarily closed Tuesday after receiving a donation that contained bed bugs. Organization says it shut down out of caution and followed its plan to clear the building and clean all items before they reopen. Champaign's Information Technologies Director stepping down this summer. The city announced that Mark Tolson announced plans to retire after more than 18 years of service to the city. His last day comes up August the 14th. Tolson was appointed City IT Director back in July of 2012. Well, Champaign's City Council has approved the new ordinance requiring rental properties and vacant commercial buildings to be registered. The vote came after several residents objected, raising privacy concerns and warning the registry could lead to future costs. A resident there said the measure targets all landlords. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hey, good morning. Made it into the week. It's Friday, 24 April. Dang.
That's right. It's race weekend.
Well,
it's
a week from today.
I know. We got a new month coming on. I know.
I don't know what to tell you, Greg Solier. What the heck, man? Wow.
Speeding right along it is.
It certainly is. All right, yeah, it is race weekend. We got marathon. We got 5K tonight. We're watching the skies. Mr. Greg's been on it all night just for you, my friends.
Yep.
That's what he does. I have a map in front of me, and there are easy ways to avoid, getting stuck. You just got to have the traffic beltway. It's online, and you can just plan accordingly. People sometimes, particularly the marathon, there can be people out there for like 8 hours. Yeah. I mean, it can. There's somebody going to be finishing long, but they're going to do it.
Yep.
And through neighborhoods and everything else. And then if you're following a runner like we are, my daughter-in-law, the wonderful Riley Khachaturian, will be running 26.2 miles. And we want to go, and we've got posters and all of the fun things you do. So we are jacked for that, my friend. Well, it's Friday, so we got to talk to Greg Soya. He's a scientist. We knows how to.
Am I? Okay.
He can do weather and brain surgery. If you're really desperate, he's available.
No.
Scientist. Our weather this morning brought to you by Carl.
Reminding you, there's all kinds of opportunities when it comes to employment in healthcare, and you can explore your options. Carl.org/careers.
Okay, Greg, I'm listening. We got these couple of systems here over the next 7 days.
Yeah, we've got really 3 of them. The first 2 will have generally the meat and potatoes of it all regarding rainfall and rainfall totals, and the likelihood it will get chased back out of the fields after some progress that has been made. We've made big progress in the dryness and drought-related issues. Still a couple of dry areas through parts of Ford County, but as a whole, technically, we are out of the drought pattern based on yesterday's drought monitor. Unfortunately, the rains moving through the area right now are kind of iffy and spotty and scattered. They're filling in, though, as you venture down towards St. Louis. They are turning to the north and northeast. Probably the rainier of the spells will be during the afternoon hours, but we wound down as well the likelihood of any widespread thunder, and certainly no severe weather. Unfortunately, parts of Oklahoma, around that Enid, Oklahoma area, Ponca City, down around Clare-Bore, and outside of about Muskogee, or Muskogee, however you want to pronounce it down there. They got hit with some rough tornadic activity that has since mushroomed out to a pretty good rain system down through the Arklatex as we speak. In the meantime, though, here back locally closer to home, nice morning temperatures generally in the 60s, 64 over at Rantoul, 67 at Danville, 63 now at Willett and Savoy. We'll top out this afternoon, not quite as warm as yesterday's low to mid 80s, but 74, still a few degrees above average with some scattered shower activity early to mid morning. More broad-based showers here late morning through the mid afternoon, maybe a distant rumble of thunder, but I think most of that remains to the south and southwest of Champaign County. Again, 74 today, south wind 12 to 24, and gusty. Then we'll swing those winds quickly this evening around into the northwest for runners still making their way through the finish line down to your 50, a lingering shower threat this evening. Not bad for the weekend. Partly to mostly sunny skies. We'll get a little dry and going with a high of 73 tomorrow, 72 on Sunday, back into another quarter and a half to maybe 3/4 of an inch Monday at 75. And the cooler spell of weather, whatever warmth we put in the soils for these germinating fields, etc., going to be slowing on up with upper 60s Tuesday and Wednesday. A couple of showers Thursday, 65, and a struggle to get past 60 for a high around here come Friday of next week. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it very much. All right, so off and running for the weekend. It's ESPN 93.5, where you're always welcome to jump on our Fisher National Bank text line. The number is 217-359-2255. We made some people happy yesterday with our Stever.
Yes, we did.
Getting $500 to spend at Ashley Home Store.
Right.
So that was fun. Okay, so the marathon is this weekend. A lot of guests are in town. You know how to do that. Just say we're the number one town to live in if you ever want to move.
That's right.
Yeah. And there is a traffic beltway. You can avoid everything. Now, if you want to delve downtown or something, you have to figure that out on the best path and timing of everything. The marathon starts early. So you just have to,
And at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning is the 10K, so.
Yeah. 10K, it's 10K? 6.2. So 6.2 mileage.
Yeah.
So the good runners are done in 30 minutes.
Man.
32.
That's fast.
And then the rest of us would be over an hour, well over an hour. But yeah, you essentially can do Bradley to Mattis to Windsor. You just have to look at it.
Yep.
But there's a clear way, and we did it last year very effectively with this map. It's the Illinois Marathon map. And man, it's here already. It's a cool thing for our community.
Yes, it is.
It really is, and it's a dang long run. This route for the 26.2 in town is, dang, you're starting out and you're running by Washington Street out way in Urbana near High Cross Road, and then you're running all the way as far west as Mattis, darn near Mattis. There's a little road you're going to cut in on, so you avoid Mattis, but through the neighborhoods and stuff. So. I remember, saying ducking in here. Then you have to find your racer, and they're online. With their bib, you can track what the mileage is and how they're running and how fast they're running.
Yep.
And calculate, this will be the best place to camp out and cheer for them when they come.
That's right, the chase crew.
Very appreciative. Toward the end, where Diane Ducey will be.
And mile marker number 23 over by Morgan Funeral Home in Savoy.
Having done this once in my life with my wife, Janet, appreciate it, won't hear you. It's
okay.
One of those.
Start to tune out. And a lot of runners do have headsets and things like that.
It's for the real people, yeah, they'll like that. For the survivors,
right,
that are just trying not to die, it's just like one more step. It's just really, really hard and difficult at that point, and then you're just, but again, the really good athletes probably will be still conscious enough to say they'll hear it. But if you really want to make them smile, you catch them about mile 6, maybe mile 10.
Right.
But it's great.
Where you're really hitting a wall in my stage with the last 3 miles or whatever.
But they'll hear the enthusiastic Diane Ducey at mile 23.
Let's hope. I always say good pace.
No,
you're almost there.
They
and all
appreciate
that.
any encouragement. I mean, if you were out there going, "Oh, you need to stop. We got an ambulance at the next corner, don't it?"
I can say that if they look really bad.
No, you should just say, "You got this. You've got this. You're amazing." What it is, folks, is people. Obviously, it's an exercise thing, but for me personally, and it's a very personal thing, and why you'd run 26.2 without being chased. It's that you can do so much in your life. That if an average schmo like me can run 26.2, what can't I do? It is really hard to do that long of a run, and particularly if you're trying to keep running. The only time we stopped was to grab a gulp of water, and that was like 3 seconds to just walk so you don't spill everything. So
that's right.
And then I did have to run to the porta potty once.
Okay.
Because you just were drinking good enough water.
They have these little energy packets where you can...
You can do that too. That wasn't around in the day when we did that.
Right.
So.
And some of them were kind of chewy and things like that. So there's different options for you. And the runner who's won it locally, Danny is, I think, his first name, but I can't remember the second name. But in any case, he's always...
A teacher, isn't he?
I think so.
I think he's a teacher. Yeah.
And he's always said, I think it's a good idea to tap into these little spots where you can get more energy.
No question.
With the fuel.
No, it wasn't available. Janet wanted to run a marathon. She might as well put a leash on me because I wasn't interested. And I went with her. That's what I did. Anyway, it's really cool, and you should encourage everybody that's trying to accomplish this and wish them luck and all that. I think there's 1,400 marathoners, and the other 10,600 are running something else.
Right. And the 5K is tonight. And I believe it's around 7:30 when things step off. So after 6 is when roads will be shut down, and all around the State Farm Center Memorial Stadium is where you're finding most of the action and the porta potties and the preparations and things like that.
Yeah, you'll be able to handle that if you look at the map, and then you can watch them start. There's going to be a lot of runners, and that's always cool to see.
Sure lively at the Health and Wellness Expo yesterday, the Health and Fitness Expo. I saw Mike Litteman with Body and Soul. And just a lot of great energy there at the Arc, and I believe that's happening again today. So take note. Cubs win again, Stevie. 8-7 over the Phillies in 10 innings. Now they'll start up a series against the Dodgers with a 9:15 start over on US 105.9.
So 9 in a row.
I know it.
So now they go to Big Bad Los Angeles and see if they can knock off the best team because they bought it.
Mm-hmm.
They owe $2.1 billion in salaries to people.
Man.
$2.1 billion. What's the Cardinal roster? $120 million this year?
Oh.
Yeah, Cubs are probably 180, something like that.
All
yeah,
right,
it's just the Dodgers have... Well, Shohei Ohtani kind of owed him a lot, but he deferred the money to the 30s and 40s, 2030s and 2040s. Shohei will receive $64 million a year for 10 years when he's done playing.
That's crazy.
Wow.
St. Louis Cardinals off yesterday, now starting up a series hosting Seattle. Here's more details.
The Redbird Recap is sponsored by Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. Heal your home with Helitech.
After an off day yesterday, the Cardinals are back at home tonight. They are going to open up a weekend series against the Seattle Mariners. Cardinals just got done with a road trip where they went 4-2. That included a 3-game series sweep of the Houston Astros. The pitching matchup tonight, the Cardinals have Andre Pallante on the mound. He enters with a 2-1 record of 4.05 ERA. He's coming off a 7-5 win against Houston on Saturday, where he gave up 1 run in 5 innings. This will be his first ever appearance against the Mariners. George Kirby will go for Seattle. He's 3-2 with a 2.97 ERA. He's won his last 2 starts, has a 1-0 record with a 4.50 ERA over his 2 previous starts that he has had against the Cardinals. Back at Busch Stadium tonight, it is a 7:15 first pitch. That means our coverage is set to begin at 6:20. For the St. Louis Cardinals Radio Network, I'm Matt Pauley.
Is your home showing symptoms of foundation issues? Your home's wet basement, dingy crawl space, musty smells, cracked walls, or unlevel concrete shouldn't be ignored. Helitech can help. Life happens in your home. You and your family deserve the best. Helitech offers proven solutions in waterproofing, drainage, concrete leveling, and foundation repair services. Contact us for a free inspection at helitechonline.com.
When the water's high, we'll keep your basement dry. Heal your home with Helitech.
Washington and Chicago White Sox will start up a series at 6:40 after the Chicago White Sox beat Arizona 4-1 yesterday. Illinois baseball hosting number 20 Nebraska, 6 o'clock start today, Saturday at 3, Sunday at 1. Illinois softball also hosting Penn State with a 5 o'clock start today on the Big Ten Network tomorrow at 1 and noon on Sunday. Illinois Big Ten Golfer of the Week is sophomore Freddie Turnell. Congratulations to him. Illinois football season tickets are on sale now. Also trending in Illini Nation, 8-seed Illinois women's tennis with Big Ten wins yesterday in the Big Ten tournament. Now they're in the quarterfinal round starting at 8 o'clock today against Ohio State.
Fernando Mendoza, number 1 in the NFL draft. The party began last night. It will continue today and tomorrow.
Las Vegas Raiders took Mendoza.
And the Bears got a cornerback from Oregon. That's about all I know. Illinois guys not yet, but will be coming.
Yes.
So we hope a lot of them get picked. Weather this morning brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Reminding you, April is the time to get your pool passes and punch cards. Get yourself set for the summer. Learn more at urbanaparks.org.
Right, for race weekend, here's Greg Solier.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. The first of 3 weather systems on the move through mid to late next week, currently underway. Showers and a couple of thunderstorms will be with us on and off this morning and back in this afternoon as well. 1/4 to 3/4 inch of rain expected in the gauges, so back into soft and muddy fields and field work delays as well. Up to 74 with a south-southwesterly wind. Down tonight to an overnight low of about 50. Lingering shower thunderstorm chance this evening, then gradual clearing on the overnight. And for the weekend, not bad. lots of sunshine tomorrow. A few more clouds for the day on Sunday. Highs tomorrow at 73 with a north-northeasterly wind down to 48 tomorrow night. Partly sunny at 72 the Sunday outlook. In the next week, second weather system on the move with showers and thunderstorms both morning and late afternoon. Breezy up to 75. We'll cool off, but back into dry time mode we go for Tuesday and Wednesday next week. Highs in the upper 60s. Third weather system brings a couple of showers in here for Thursday next week at 65, and cooler air to follow in for late next week as well. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Within the cities we call home, Busey Bank is more than a name. It's a commitment to your dreams. With Busey, trusted guidance is tailored to empower you every step of the way. Whether it's seamlessly managing your finances or planning for your future, Busey is dedicated to your financial success. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
Big news, Tolono. Philo Exchange Bank is growing to better serve you with a new branch opening this spring. For over 140 years, we've delivered hometown community banking that you can trust. And when it comes to loans, your decisions stay local, made by local lenders who know our community. Visit us soon at 411 North Long Street in Tolono, right on Route 45. Go to philobank.com for more information.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Getting new siding and windows is a part of good home maintenance, and it's also a way to improve your home's value and curb appeal. Kramer offers preservation siding and windows in lots of styles and colors. Shutters and trim will complete the look, and our online design tool will help you try before you buy. So start today and save 25%.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Looking for a great place to relax, grab a bite, and have some fun? Head to the Ambrose Sports Bar and Grill in Villa Grove. This well-furnished hometown tavern has something for everyone. Enjoy great food, a full bar, and a welcoming, family-friendly atmosphere. Step outside to the outdoor patio, challenge your friends on the golf simulator, or check out the full game room. Whether you're stopping in with the kids for dinner or meeting friends for a drink and some gaming machines, Ambrose Sports Bar and Grill is the place to be. Ambrose Sports Bar and Grill in Villa Grove. Good food, good fun, and good times waiting for you.
All right, it's Friday morning. I'm Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
morning.
You're always welcome on our text line, 217-359-2255. As with the whole Iran situation is kind of sorting out, the president has not put a hard deadline. I think he knows that they're battling on who's going to be the spokesperson for Iran. And how long is that going to take? And, of course, politically, the fear is, you're going to get killed in the midterms because of this and all of that. But just hearing the Democrats, head shaker, because I don't think Hakeem Jeffries is saying Iran is in better spot than they were. That's a lie.
Wow.
They're not in the better spot. They lost all their leaders. They don't know who's running the country. Still a battle. And for Iran, why wouldn't you say, you got me? Yes, sir, I'm going to do whatever you say. And they just won't do it. But you buy time. You just tell them whatever you want to do, lose a little face. You're going to still be in control. You still have a hanging Monday, whatever you want to do. I don't get it. They just can't succumb to the great evil. I don't know. Pretty hard to be in their shoes when you have no concept of what they believe and how adamant they are to die. It's just a different opponent, a different foe when you're just talking about, martyrdom is wonderful. Let's die. Let's blow ourselves up and take people with us.
I can't understand that mindset.
Okay, Johnny's coming up. He'll recap his trip to Washington, D.C., his lunch with our buddy Ed Martin. They had a good lunch. What looked like a very nice place. I wonder if Ed had time to show him the office. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. inside the whole thing.
Speaking of great food, our friend Larry Camphor has been enjoying some fine food on his adventures.
They are on a Stevie J travel. We do group travel. They're in Spain. They're winding up their trip. But apparently they went to a Michelin 5-star. I don't even know what that means.
Right.
But there was a famous French chef here in Champaign-Urbana years ago. Anybody remember Jean-Pierre Vasson? And he had a restaurant here, 20 years ago? It's been a minute. And he said Jean-Pierre, the great chef, used to have a French restaurant. If anybody remembers that, text me to say you remember Jean-Pierre. Great guy. I loved him. Anyway, he's now living in North Carolina and jumped on this trip. And he was at that Michelin 5-star restaurant experience, said it was Jean-Pierre, the chef, said it's the best meal he's ever had in his life.
Oh my goodness.
So has anybody been to a Michelin 5-star restaurant?
Right.
First of all, I'd have to go to the bank, see how much they'd loan me. I mean, wouldn't that, $500, would that do it for two? $500 for two? I'm thinking it's like that. I mean, everything would be a la carte, of course, but apparently it's like the best of the best of the best.
That's right.
Wouldn't mind.
What an experience.
Yeah, and how did we price that? I mean, how do you build that into your group travel? Because that's got to be a chunk of change. It can't be more than a couple of hundred a person. I mean, you can.
It depends on the booze too.
Well, that's on your own. Okay, if you want to buy $35 glass
the pairings of some of these wines with the food and the flavors just pop.
But when you say pairing, all I'm thinking, this is Stevie J. When you say pairing, I'm thinking socks. Okay.
No, this is wine with a certain type of flavor to accentuate the taste of the entree.
And how many of us in our life have had a chance to swish it around like the pros do and pretend you know what you're thinking?
I have toured a winery and done all that.
But I don't. Do you understand what you're tasting?
Not really.
I have no idea.
Yeah. And you're sticking your nose in the glass after you swish it around.
Well, first you smell the cork.
Uh-huh.
What are you smelling?
That too.
You need to go to
5 steps.
Wine tasting school so you at least know what you're doing. I mean, forget actually knowing what you're doing. Yeah. I mean, anyway, there are wine connoisseurs. You can buy a case of wine for $500,000 if you want.
Sure.
It's out, and it's an investment. But you have to keep it in your wine cellar at the right temperature. And then you pop something open on occasion. I kind of get all that.
That's right.
I just don't get all that. I don't know what I'm tasting. I like smoother versus kind of a spike. Sometimes the cheaper ones will be a little, the smooth kind. And I do like the white wine, the Pinot
Grigio?
Yeah. See, I got part of it.
Okay, gotcha.
White wine that's chilled, and you're supposed to not have that with what, red meat or something? I don't know.
I was an exchange student in Germany, and my host family were wine connoisseurs. They had a wine cellar. We went on a wine tour along the Rhine River.
Yeah.
And it was fabulous. It's just that I was maybe 19 or 20.
Yeah, Brother Johnny.
All I know is it went to my head pretty fast because I wasn't used to drinking that much.
I think,
but it's a European culture, so when in Rome.
Well, you weren't old enough to drink.
I mean,
there's that.
I was.
Okay. Well, Brother Johnny isn't a wine connoisseur, but he can see it from where he is. I mean, he's had a lot of nice wine. So, again, cool that they had so much fun. I'm glad Larry FaceTimed me where it was after lunch. They were just finishing it looked like they had a picnic set up where everybody had food and wine. And it was at a winery.
Oh, that would be cool, too.
Yeah. They had a great time. And so everybody, but they said the Michelin 5-star thing. There's one in Chicago, I'm sure. Michelin 5-star restaurant. I think the major cities probably have them. But we need to save our lawn mowing money and see if we can go.
There you go.
728 ESPN 93.5. Brother Johnny next.
Hi, this is Richard of Freedom Fabrication and Millwrights.
And I'm Selena, the other half. When something breaks or needs built right, we know you don't have time to wait.
That's why we handle everything from on-site repair to full turnkey facility projects.
With over 150 years of combined industry experience behind every job.
We're also your local dealer for Chief Green System.
So you're getting equipment you can count on.
Give us a call at 217-574-5050.
Freedom Fabrication and Millwrights. Built on experience, powered by people.
Dillman Brothers, siding, roofing, windows, and more.
Honest, dependable, affordable too. Put the Dillman Brothers to work for you.
We at Dillman Brothers are aware that as a homeowner, you don't replace your roofing, siding, or garage door every day. So please allow us to assist you in the process, from material selection to budget planning and installation by our team, to improve and protect your home so you don't get screwed. One call can take care of all of your exterior needs.
Call the Dillman Brothers, they'll take care of you.
When you're stuck on the road, you need help you can trust. Fast. That's where T-Pro Towing and Roadside Repair comes in. From light duty to heavy duty towing, they've got you covered 24 hours a day. With their state-of-the-art facilities, 3Cs, a division of T-Pro Towing, can repair semis to passenger cars at their Camargo facility. Service across central Illinois, including Urbana, Tuscola, and Camargo. Save their number now, 217-253-3450. That's T-Pro Towing and 3Cs. Ready when you need them, anytime, anywhere.
I have Johnny tell me if he's been to a Michelin 5-star too, because there's a chance he's done that as well. Because I want to know who judges that, because it's got to be somebody that sounds like Jean-Pierre Vasson, but it might be Bud Blickensderfer. You don't know.
That's right.
You never know what the guy's name is, but you think they'd be like, oh my gosh, this guy's he's coming. You can't know he's coming too. All right, 7:30. Be right back.
Fox News. I'm CJ Pop of the Pentagon, providing an update on Operation Epic Fury. War Secretary Pete Hegseth.
It's a bold and dangerous mission, a gift to the world, historic, courtesy of a bold and historic president. That mission continues today.
As Secretary moments ago at the Pentagon, adding Iran as a chance to make a good deal, and 34 ships have been turned around in the Strait of Hormuz. This is what a monster tornado sounded like yesterday in Eden, Oklahoma. That from Corey Bowden on Storyful. Vance Air Force Base took a direct hit, is closed until further notice. Crews working to restore utilities. America is listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. National Weather Service has finalized its report and shared there were 28 tornadoes following severe storms that moved through central Illinois last week. According to the report, a supercell storm developed ahead of the main line during the afternoon hours, tracking north across west central Illinois. Governor announcing a film production tax credit this week aimed at promoting environmentally sustainable film and television production. Under the expanded program, productions recognized as a certified green production through the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunities Illinois Film Office will be eligible for an additional 5% tax credit. Champaign City Council has approved a new ordinance requiring rental properties and vacant commercial buildings to be registered. The vote came after several residents objected, raising privacy concerns and warning the registry could lead to future costs. A resident said the measure targets all landlords. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Thank you, Jim Miller. Friday morning, ESPN 93.5. Check of your weather brought to you by Route 45 Wayside. Got good food. Sunday Fun Day coming up Sunday.
Yes.
The Owen Knapp Band Sunday.
I love that.
1 p.m. Route 45 Wayside in Pasodum.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. The first of three weather systems on the move through mid to late next week, currently underway. Showers and a couple of thunderstorms will be with us on and off this morning and back in this afternoon as well. 1/4 to 3/4 inch of rain expected in the gauges, so back into soft and muddy fields and field work delays as well. Up to 74 with a south-southwesterly wind. Down tonight to an overnight low of about 50. Lingering shower thunderstorm chance this evening, then gradual clearing on the overnight. And for the weekend, not bad. Lots of sunshine tomorrow. A few more clouds for the day on Sunday. Highs tomorrow at 73 with a north-northeasterly wind down to 48 tomorrow night. Partly sunny at 72 the Sunday outlook. In the next week, second weather system on the move with showers and thunderstorms both morning and late afternoon. Breezy up to 75. We'll cool off, but back into dry time mode we go for Tuesday and Wednesday next week. Highs in the upper 60s. Third weather system brings a couple of showers in here for Thursday next week at 65, and cooler air to follow in for late next week as well. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm Meteorologist Greg Solier.
This is Paul Reekin with Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. This April, pick any day of the month. Don't miss our spring cleaning, scratch and dent, and or discontinued sale event of the century. We're talking 50, 60, 70% off the already reduced price.
Wow!
Now's the time to replace that dishwasher that's barely washing dishes. Here we have a dishwasher with a small dent on the door. Your kids are playing football in the kitchen every night while you're making dinner. It's gonna get dented anyway. Now you have a fully functional dishwasher and you saved $400. How about a refrigerator? Last year's model, not a single scratch. Save yourself $1,000 and put it towards a family summer vacation. Awesome! A new vent hood above your range. Be honest, you haven't looked at those grease filters since the late 90s. Buy a closeout hood and watch it shine from a room over for the next quarter century. It's the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World Spring Cleaning, Scratch and Dent, and or discontinued closeout appliance sale of the century. You don't have to rush. The sale is going on the whole month of April. Unless it's April 29th, you might want to hurry.
Wow!
To New Orleans, Brother Johnny at the airport. You've been at airports here this week quite a bit there, huh?
Yeah, well, we were in Washington for America Reads the Bible. Had a good time there. And now I'm going to Houston.
Man.
See what's happening down in the oil field.
You're not used to that going around, coming around.
No, not that much. No, and there's, sometimes it's packed, and right now there's not that many people here at the airport in New Orleans.
All right. Well, that's good news. Then how has TSA calmed down?
Yeah, there's no problem.
Okay, great. Good to
They
hear
like
that.
getting paid. I think
Yeah,
that's
right. That's right.
well noted.
Yeah,
They do a lot better if you get paid for your job.
Month of back pay, that would have been nice, except they'll really illuminate what you're paying in taxes. They're going, what the heck is that? Man. Anyway, we were talking about something, so two quick questions before we get to some substance meat on the bone here. You've had some fine wine in your life. We were talking about that, and I wouldn't know the difference between the really fancy stuff and Boone's Farm, if that's still available. But what is what can you tell, Johnny, smelling the cork and swishing it around? You know what you're doing on that?
Well, I can tell if it's bad. Boone's Farm is better than bad wine. Bad wine just turns and it's acidic and you can't hardly drink it. But as far as quality wine, I can tell the difference between a $50 and a $150 bottle of wine, unless you're just getting taken because they did good advertising. But
right. Is it smooth? What makes a good red wine? Is it smooth going down kind of thing? I've had bitter a little bit.
It's just I like the full bodied. It's just what you're looking for. There's thousands of wine.
Right.
And everybody has their kind of favorite kind of taste. I like that Camus. And I can tell the difference between the Camus bottle that's still like $80 and then the maybe $150 Camus Reserve, which maybe they age it a little longer or do something different.
But what makes it go bad? The temperature? If you goof up the temperature?
Oh yeah, if it gets like after Katrina, you couldn't go in a restaurant without risking getting a bad bottle of wine. You just had to say, "Hey, this got too hot."
I see.
Because all the refrigerators were out.
Okay.
So
See, I
there's
told
a
you.
lot of inventory of bad wine.
I see.
I said you weren't a connoisseur, but you can see it from here. So I don't know anything.
Yeah, I'm not a connoisseur, and I don't. Yeah, if you spend $100 on a bottle of wine, you're not gonna. You're not, unless you're some kind of wine expert, you're not gonna get your money's worth going higher and higher.
Yeah, see, yeah.
You get a pretty good wine for that.
And so the key to refrigeration is after you open, or do you have to do it immediately? If I go to Costco and buy a $17 bottle of wine, do I have to chill it, or what is that? How does that work?
Well, it usually will last a little longer if you refrigerate it, but if you cork it right, it'll last a day or two. I wouldn't go much longer than that. That's why when we do have wine at dinner, I try to make sure if someone else wants to have a glass, because if you just order a glass, you're liable to get 1, 2, or 3 days old, and then you have to bother to wait and say, this isn't.
See, I knew he knew more. Secondly, have you ever eaten at a Michelin 5-star restaurant?
No, but we just got I don't think they have a 5-star restaurant. I thought it was 3.
No, it's 5. I think
in any case,
5. Isn't it 5?
I don't know. When I was searching, I did see a lot of 3, Stevie.
Okay, so maybe it is 3. Michelin. It's the best, whatever number it is.
Emerald's in New Orleans is a 2-star restaurant, and if you walk in there, it's like Hello Dolly. They come running, and then you're looking at this this glass wall, which you watch the chefs. All of them have these. It's like they're not cooking anything because there's not a spot on their their uniform, but they are. They all have their stations and they're doing their expert thing, and it's crazy.
Well, we were all right. So maybe Michelin 3-star, whatever the number is that is the best. Larry Canfer and his wife Elena have taken a group. Stevie J traveled to Spain, and they ate at one of those top Michelin restaurants. And we had a former chef in Champaign-Urbana named Jean-Pierre Vasson, and he was tremendous in French food. And he said it was the best meal he's ever had in his life. I mean, dang.
Well, they kind of get you in the mood, and you got the good atmosphere, and it's great food. I guarantee you, it's just quite a lot of pomp and circumstance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit of
Bring
a little bit of a show.
Extra money.
Yeah, I was going to say, can a person
extra.
Can you eat with one glass of wine for $200 each?
I don't know about the wine, but you can eat for $200 each. The wine, no, seriously, that's when it starts.
Yeah. Diane said that. She knows that
it's the booze.
The booze. All right, it's Brother Johnny who had to complete a little business here. If you missed it, the NFL draft started last night. I don't know who the Saints got, but I do know that
we got Tyson Jordan from where was he? Arizona.
Is that
a good receiver?
Receiver.
At number 8, yeah.
Eighth pick? Wow. I thought the Saints had a better record than the 8th pick. That's awesome. Okay, well
we
off and
probably
running.
traded it at one point or something.
Fernando Mendoza, what a story that he played 3 years at Cal, right? I mean, he was good quarterback, but then he went to Indiana. They won it all. They won the national championship. He got the call with his family. He chose to be with his family, not in Pittsburgh.
His name called Adam Schefter. There are a lot of threads connecting into the Raiders tonight.
How you doing?
Taking the call.
Mr. Spytek.
First,
I appreciate you calling.
Pick in the NFL draft.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can't wait to prove it to y'all. Yes, sir. Ready to get to work.
Yep. Fernando Mendoza turned and hugged his mother, who has multiple sclerosis, and then his dad and whole family there in suits. They were dressed to the nines. It was very nice.
And they're going on
Well,
Las
Steve,
Vegas
I don't
Raiders.
know. I'm aware of the Las Vegas Raiders. I was just going to tell you, I didn't know where he went.
Raiders went there, but Raiders might have. I think this is the best move they made, as big as picking Fernando Mendoza. They also signed Kirk Cousins. He's supposed to be the quarterback that let him learn a little. I think these guys that come out, Johnny, they have no idea the speed of this league.
And Cousins does know a lot. He's killed us, and he's had some bad games, but not against the Saints. I can tell you that. Jesus.
All right, it's on. So remember, and how this has evolved. I don't know how many were in Pittsburgh, Johnny, but the crowd was absolutely massive for the NFL draft. I know it's a $10-20 billion industry in the NFL, but we're talking about Mike Ditka being the first pick of the Chicago Bears out of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, and not even knowing till the next day.
No, things have grown in the NFL. The sports mania is almost out of control. There's other things in life, but you wouldn't know it sometimes.
Yeah.
And the money's going crazy too.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting story. People are intrigued, and with the betting right now, you can be a part of it. Most of us part of the poor side of that, but people like to do it. You've got to make sure you don't go out of business personally betting too much.
But it'd be like getting
all
down
over the
to
place.
getting 50 people from Philo, putting them in a room and seeing which one of us won the Powerball. That's how elated you'd be, because you got generational wealth that happens now.
Yeah,
Perhaps it's nuts. All right, Johnny went to Washington. I want to hear all about this. You got there on Tuesday. You were to read Psalms 73, 74. Bobby, I think, read 75, 76, and 77. But anyway, Psalm.
That's correct.
Yep.
That is correct.
And we watched you. I thought you guys did a great job reading, really well orchestrated, an amazing event. First time ever the United States has done anything like this, showing that we are a country with God as our foundation. I hope that's the message people are getting, but it's great to read the Bible. So you did that. How did you feel going out? Were you nervous?
Not really. I mean, I can usually read something. If it's memorized, it'd be a little different. But I did want to try to look up, because a lot of people were looking down, so I tried to that's a little tricky because you got to glance back down and find your spot.
How do you not? Yeah, you looked up a lot, and so did Bobby. But how do you guys? You don't have glasses. How do you do that? No reading glasses.
Well, right now I'm still okay, but it's getting harder to do the crossword puzzle. Now, part of that is they made the words for the clues smaller, and then I'm getting older.
Wait a minute,
I
Johnny.
still do okay.
You overperformed. I mean, somebody told me a month before I turned 40 that generally that's when you need psychosomatic. 40. I had to have them. Couldn't see. Anyway, that's great. You've far surpassed the expectation of man.
Your eyes can change. Mine weren't as good, and they got better, and now they're kind of getting bad again. So your eyes change and evolve. And then if you get cataracts now, you can see again.
Wow.
So,
okay. Okay. So then you went to see the Speaker of the House of the United States of America. Not any schmo can go in and talk to Mike Johnson and Steve Scalise. And you met them for what, 45 minutes to an hour? How did that go?
Well, it was great. He's got an office, his balcony. He wanted to show us his balcony, which overlooks the mall, straight across from the Washington Monument. And just, he's really quite close to the president, who calls him a lot. And so it was a little bit awesome to me that this guy and Steve, towards the end of the meal, I was with a guy named Gene Mills, who's Louisiana Family Forum, and that's the group that we were with. They asked that group to get some readers for this thing, and I said, Gene, we got to let him get back to work, or we're going to skew history. History's going to be off about an hour because human history is going to change. Because he was happy to have a break. We didn't. There were no heavy decisions being made, and we were talking about things. And I will say this, Diane. I wanted to tell Diane this. He said that he called Trump when he saw that thing that was posted with him dressed as.
What's that? Anyway, go ahead.
And he.
It made him look like a healer or Jesus or some godly figure.
Yeah, and it looked like he was dressed up which was blasphemous to a lot of folks. And Trump's like, Mike, I don't know what you're talking about. And Mike's convinced he didn't know about it. And then when they asked him, he didn't want to throw staff under the bus, so he says, "Yeah, it was just a Red Cross thing." And it was still Trump, because he said, "Is that really a big deal, Mike? Because I look so good."
Oh, brother.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Take it down. So he took it right down.
And he took it right down. But it was the staffer. It wasn't Donald Trump that posted that. He didn't even know about it.
It was, a staffer once removed. The staffer just saw it because they have an artist that does some of them. And the staffer said, "Hey, that's kind of cute, not being too Christian, I don't think."
Right.
And, or not thinking about it at all. But I was glad to hear he didn't let that one go through.
Yeah.
Maybe he would have, but anyway, he didn't know about it.
Hey, so that's good to know, Johnny. But have we ever had a president of the United States that we know of that worked the first?
That what?
Have we ever had a president of the United States that we know of that has worked the first, second, and third shift? When does the man sleep?
No. Well, and it's true. He'll call Mike Johnson, the speaker, at 3 in the morning, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. And he gets, "Hey, what you doing, Mike?" It's like, "Oh, just waiting on your call, Mr. President."
Goodness. Oh, my goodness. That's something else. Well, here's and Mike Johnson, Steve Scalise, you've known for a while, and he's as nice as we think, correct?
Yes.
So here's my new thoughts. We're going to this is, I know, going to be a little disruptive, but we're going to have, we pick teams in PE. We're going to have Mike Johnson and Steve Scalise, the two captains for the Republicans, and my tri-captains for the Democrats are Joe Manchin, John Fetterman, and Harold Ford Jr. If we had men like that on both sides, what would change in Washington and the world?
Well, everything. Can you imagine what we could do working together? Our biggest problem is we're at almost Civil War status, or at least rhetorically, and it slows us down. We can't get the good things through, and we can't even get to talking about what's good and bad because it's all just screaming across and that's what's the problem. The Democrats have the problem. They've let some radical thought take over their party. Harold Ford Jr., he's not sure he can do anything about it. He can't get through the primary. And Manchin quit. And so, yeah, it would be great.
I know Fetterman's out in 28. He'll lose in the primary in Pennsylvania, but how is Fetterman
He
able?
might not be out. They may not be able to get rid of Fetterman.
Well,
That's a statewide race.
Why is he? Thank God there's at least one sensible Democrat. How is he able to withstand the enormous pressure and threats he must receive?
Well, you just have to have that kind of character, and you can't have that much of a fear of losing that job. You just have to say, well, I'm not going to compromise just to stay here if I can't say what I believe, which is what I ran to do and try to get better things done. So yeah, he's just a good guy, and we would disagree a lot of things, but he'll tell you what he's thinking.
Yeah,
there's not the manipulation and the games being played, which is politics in general, but we've taken it to an extreme.
Well,
so.
and so, I mentioned earlier in the week that I had that clip, and I don't have it ready, but it's Maria Bartiromo, and she's friends with Donald Trump, and she's got Ro Khanna, the congressman from California. And Ro Khanna is waxing unbelievable words about how great Obama was dealing with Iran. And she says, that's just not true. Yeah. And he comes back and says, oh, it certainly is true. And when you have that confusion, and you hear Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer talk, and really, if you had a lie meter, if you had there's a thread, a shred of truth maybe somewhere in there, but it's just not factual.
Yeah, that's right. And I'll tell you something else that's true. I'm going to miss this flight if I don't say goodbye.
All right,
okay, we'll let you go then.
Southwest, I can pick my seat.
Yeah.
So, but they're already on group 4.
Okay, you better go.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hey, Johnny. That's good. Hey, have a good day in Houston. You come back tonight?
Safe travels.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Talk to you soon.
Safe travels. Hey, what is Chelsea Drew? I'm going to miss my flight if I don't get on. Okay. Well, he was pretty calm throughout.
There you go.
Were already boarding
and
group 4.
I didn't hear much of the net sound behind him.
No, pretty
calling
good.
For the groups to come up.
I mean, he got all the way to last call.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a real bummer to be on our air for 6 more minutes.
Exactly.
Is all we have anyway.
And then all of a sudden it's like, well, wait. I need to get on that plane.
Okay. So could you just Google how you become a Michelin whatever?
Okay.
I just, the process of that. Because you can't get ready when they come in. Johnny said they had glass windows at Emerald's, I think. That's a big time.
Yeah.
New Orleans
that's a
restaurant.
Great restaurant.
But the guys had no mess on their aprons.
Michelin stars by consistently demonstrating exceptional culinary skill, high quality ingredients, mastery of flavor and techniques, distinct chef personality, value for money, verified by anonymous inspectors over multiple visits.
I often wondered, and I've thought about this.
Here it says 5 criteria. So I was just wondering how many stars, because Johnny had said he thought it was 3.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. See, that's how unsophisticated I am. I always thought it'd be fun if you drove up to a gas station and 5 guys in white uniforms ran out, and one was doing your windshield, one was checking your oil, one was checking your tire pressures, wouldn't that be a show?
Yeah.
All you do is hand your credit card through the window.
Right.
And they're all like showmen. I think the restaurants can be a little like that. It's partly show.
Right.
And, on the cruises, some of the fancy cruises, they'll all place the plate at the same time.
Yes.
It's a choreograph.
That happened to me in
pretty cool.
In a culinary kind of, yeah.
That would be pretty cool, but it'd be fun. And I said, well, nobody's going to be able to afford that many attendants. So we'll get a theater group and do a fundraiser.
Right.
The theater group could do the running out, and somebody's got to know how to, check on oil. I don't need to check oil. Your light will come on. You don't need to really check the oil.
I know. That's the thing.
Where's the oil?
But remember back in the day?
When was the last time you checked a dipstick?
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah,
and you'd have an attendant come out.
Yeah, that's right. But they'd walk out. I'm talking about running with hats. White hats, or looking like a Dog and Suds person.
Yeah.
Nobody remembers Dog and Suds either. I'm just too old. My references. I got to update them. Anyway, but we've been doing self-serve for a long time now.
Right.
30 years? 35, 40 years?
It's probably been that long.
When was the first time we had to pump our own gas? I'm just into this imponderable stuff.
I remember showing my mother how to do it and how to, put her
Mom
card
had
in.
that. She handled that all right?
She did all right,
Okay.
but,
Well, first of all, you get smelly hands if you're not careful.
I know.
And then you have to be careful today when you pull it out to make sure the wind's not blowing the wrong way, because there's always a drip.
I know.
Weather brought to you by Hometown Ground, serving Mad Goat Coffee. Kids Play Area. It's the meeting place in downtown Tuscola. It's Hometown Ground. All right, our meteorologist for our weekend, important forecast race weekend in Champaign-Urbana. Make sure you go to the website and check out the route so you don't get stuck in traffic.
IllinoisMarathon.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana, and vicinity. The first of 3 weather systems on the move through mid to late next week, currently underway. Showers and a couple of thunderstorms will be with us on and off this morning and back in this afternoon as well. 1/4 to 3/4 inch of rain expected in the gauges, so back into soft and muddy fields and field work delays as well. Up to 74 with a south-southwesterly wind. Down tonight to an overnight low of about 50. Lingering shower thunderstorm chance this evening, then gradual clearing on the overnight. And for the weekend, not bad. Lots of sunshine tomorrow. A few more clouds for the day on Sunday. Highs tomorrow at 73 with a north-northeasterly wind, down to 48 tomorrow night. Partly sunny at 72 the Sunday outlook. In the next week, second weather system on the move with showers and thunderstorms both morning and late afternoon. Breezy up to 75. We'll cool off, but back into dry time mode we go for Tuesday and Wednesday next week. Highs in the upper 60s. Third weather system brings a couple of showers in here for Thursday next week at 65, and cooler air to follow in for late next week as well. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Here's what somebody recently said at Pards in Urbana. I was there just a few minutes, and somebody came up and asked if I needed help. And they were incredible, helped me find the size of boot I needed, and then I bought a second pair too. Everything was friendly, everything was excellent. Visit Pards in Urbana, 206 North Maple, between Main and University in Urbana. It's Pards Western Shop since 1968. Or go online and visit pards.com, pards.com.
Craving something delicious and a place to kick back? Hit the road to Roadrunner Station in Camargo. They're serving up handmade wood-fired pizzas that are bursting with flavor in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Bring the whole crew, enjoy the bar, check out the gaming room, and make a night of it. And you've got to try their specialty pizzas, like the fully loaded Everything But the Tractor, or the sweet and savory Hawaiian Hitchhiker. Great pizza, great vibes, and great times at Roadrunner Station in Camargo.
Hey, we're looking for a couple of really professional drivers that know the ropes and would like to get a home where they're treated with respect, getting home every weekend, making a good wage, and doing the right things safely. Yeah.
Awesome. 2 people. All right. And how would they connect with you for that?
They can get me at TIMO@GFTLOG.com or 765-793-7131 extension 4, or even my cell phone right now, 765-505-1295.
And then for dedicated diesel off Route 45 on Triumph Drive, as you're driving toward Rantoulby on the left-hand side, you'll find dedicated diesel. What do you offer there?
Hey, we've got a couple of good mechanics in, trailer mechanic and tractor mechanic right now. We're doing DOT annual inspections, trailer repair, truck repair, just whatever you need, we can take care of.
Wow, that's really nice to know, because, we have to drive into some other cities. Not convenient. You can't get all that done here in Urbana at dedicated diesel.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Actually, I called the provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians. I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com. Hi, Ellen Hook here, owner of your local Ashley. This spring, we're sprouting deals on all our best-selling items. With the purchase of a queen mattress, get a free Serta adjustable base, plus low monthly payments at 0% interest up to 5 years. Take an additional 50% off clearance and floor models, mattresses, bedrooms, patio, outdoor furniture, and all our new Ashley Luxe items are all on sale now at Ashley this spring. Spring into our best deals today at Ashley at 602 West Anthony Drive and on all social media at IL Home Stores.
Dillman Brothers, siding, roofing, windows, and more.
Honest, dependable, affordable too. Put the Dillman Brothers to work for you.
We at Dillman Brothers are aware that as a homeowner, you don't replace your roofing, siding, or garage door every day. So please allow us to assist you in the process, from material selection to budget planning and installation by our team, to improve and protect your home so you don't get screwed. One call can take care of all of your exterior needs.
Call the Dillman Brothers, they'll take care of you.
Hey, we have a montage I found on social media of all the Illini getting drafted over the years.
Awesome.
Beginning with Tony Eason, 1982-ish.
Was it Jack Trudeau that I heard was in there?
No, it was Jeff George.
Jeff George.
Yeah.
That's it.
So we got that coming up. Stand by. That's Diane.
Good morning.
I'm Stevie J. 8 o'clock. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
The ball is in Iran's court. I'm CJ Papa, Fox News. That is part of the message this morning at the Pentagon from War Secretary Pete Hegseth.
In this new phase, as Iran has an important choice, a chance to make a deal, a good deal, a wise deal.
As Secretary reports, so far 34 ships have been turned around in the Strait of Hormuz. America's top General Dan Kane, joining the Secretary, says they are ready to use more firepower.
Today marks 55 days since the President of the United States ordered major combat operations against Iran. Today and this morning, the joint force remains postured and prepared to recommence major combat operations on the order of the President.
President Trump contends U.S. military action has caused massive problems for Iran.
We've created a real mess for them.
And now new military might is at the disposal of the commander-in-chief.
CENTCOM says the U.S. Navy now has 3 aircraft carriers here in the Middle East region. The USS George H.W. Bush has arrived in the Indian Ocean. Already here, the USS Gerald Ford and Abraham Lincoln. This is the first time 3 aircraft carriers have been in the region since 2003, leading up to the invasion in Iraq. Now, CENTCOM says the United States has now ordered 33 vessels to turn around back towards Iran under the U.S. blockade of Iranian ports. Most of these ships are oil tankers. Fox's Lauren Simonetti reports at least 9 Iranian tankers full of millions of barrels of oil are just sitting, unable to sell, unable to get past the American blockade.
Fox's Matt Finn in Dubai. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu revealing for the first time he underwent treatment for a malignant prostate tumor. He had also had surgery back in 2014 for a benign prostate enlargement. 76-year-old said he delayed the release by 2 months. He didn't want Iran spreading false propaganda against Israel. America's listening to Fox News.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. Ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
At least 10 people suffering injuries when a vicious tornado touches down in Eden, Oklahoma. Listen to that. That's from Clay Bowden on Storyville. Now, Enid is in the north central part of the state. Fox Weather's Michael Estime has more.
You could just hear the roaring of that tornado. This and Enid very close to, dangerously close to Vance Air Force Base. This massive tornado caught ripping through the base just south of Kansas and the Oklahoma border, getting larger and larger, even scooping up debris as it slammed the base. Now, the base is closed until further notice as crews work to restore power on the site. And we're getting our first reports, by the way, of damage in Oklahoma.
And the governor there, Kevin Stitt, says he's speaking to local leaders, working with them as they assess the damage and identify needs. House Republicans trying to come up with a compromise to pass the bill the Senate agreed to this week that would fund the Department of Homeland Security.
Some in the House GOP want to add in other items like aspects of the Save America Act. House Speaker Mike Johnson says funding just ICE and CBP has to be separate.
The Senate did what was expected. It has to be clean because it's got to be quick. That's the challenge. So we're going to socialize that with everybody, and then we're going to move right to reconciliation.
The Trump administration wants this reconciliation bill to fund parts of DHS passed by June 1st. Johnson says some of the other asks may be included in yet another reconciliation bill later this year. And he says they still need to take up the Senate's appropriation bill to fund the rest of Homeland Security as well. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
And Democrats have forced the DHS to be shut down since mid-February. Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza goes number 1 overall at the NFL draft in Pittsburgh last night. The Las Vegas Raiders selected him number 1. NBA playoff surprising Atlanta Hawks defeat the Knicks again. They lead the series 2-1. I'm CJ Papa. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Champaign City Council has approved the new ordinance requiring rental properties and vacant commercial buildings to be registered. The vote came after several residents objected, raising privacy concerns and warning the registry could lead to future costs. A resident said the measure targets all landlords. National Weather Service has finalized its report and shared there were 28 tornadoes following severe storms that moved through central Illinois last week. According to the report, a supercell storm developed ahead of the main line during the afternoon hours, tracking north across west central Illinois. Governor announcing a film production tax credit this week aimed at promoting environmentally sustainable film and television production. Under the expanded program, productions recognized as a certified green production through the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunities Illinois Film Office will be eligible for an additional 5% tax credit. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Yeah, 8:06, and I've mentioned I'm doing CrossFit and all that stuff, and and then sometimes you wonder in any exercise program, why am I doing this again?
Right.
And I think the answer is because you can do other things.
Sure.
You're able to...
You're looking at the end game. You want to be better fit when you're, having your grandkids over and playing.
Well, you want to be able to accomplish things.
Yes.
Because, Solye, when you sit, you sit. I think you grow that sitting habit. And you get on your bike when you're...
Everything's set.
You get
everything's saying southward.
you get on your bicycle because you like going out like, an undrugged Lance Armstrong. And so
true, and it's physical, it's mental as well. Kind of clears my head too,
and kind of fun to go fast with the helmet and all that stuff that you gear.
Yeah, I got the helmet, the gloves, and all that stuff. I've taken my a couple of years ago my first bad tumble, but so I get that out of my system.
Dang,
so
well, you got
hit a pothole.
If you do you have country around you? You don't have any country land around you.
Not really, but it's a mix of between trails and roads and residential and moderately busy, but there's shoulders on the roads, that kind of thing. So and that helps. It helps to break it up so you don't sometimes have to think about where you have to go
and the key is finding something appropriate for you to start with. And for anybody that starts on anything, I guess the thing you should say is make sure your doctor's cool.
Yeah.
And if you're, in Medicare or something, you haven't exercised in a while.
Got a physical this week.
I started on an old tank of a Schwinn bike and just built my way up from there, 5, 10, 10, 15, 15, 20, and off to the races from there.
That's good because I'm telling you, there's just not a lot of action going on. I think after age 50, I think it's a real minority.
Yep. And I feel like, my doctor said, as I got a physical this week, just walk around the block. Just start with something.
Have you heard that before here?
I know, Stevie.
Three days a week.
But when
like
you
30
hear it from the
minutes,
doctor, it's more impactful.
I can put on a white jacket if you'd like, and I can tell you to walk to Johnny's house and back.
When do I find time for that? I need to just find time.
Johnny's house and back would be 2 minutes.
Okay.
Start.
There are some breaks in work where I could just go to Johnny's house and back.
It's just the message is no matter what age you are, because you can be in awful shape when you're 25.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And you can. It's just going to be better for you. And there's a whole lot of doctor's visits that I would deem unnecessary if you didn't have XYZ.
Yeah.
If you're super heavy, it's going to be harder. That's all.
Right.
You're going to hurt in places that you shouldn't hurt at that age. But I would just encourage everybody to just take a walk today or
just
move.
Get some moving going.
Move.
And when it comes to nutrition, it's unlimited fruits and vegetables and about 8 glasses of water, and you'll be good.
Got to be hydrated. That's a big thing for me.
I get the hydration thing, but 8 glasses or whatever, oh man, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
I don't do that.
My goal is 90 ounces a day, and it's hard.
But I'm learning that I'm living life dehydrated pretty much.
No, and that's really bad.
I know it is.
It is, yeah.
I mentioned all this because I had a CrossFit workout yesterday that it was just so hard. It was just so hard and got done and everything, but the whole thing was 40 minutes. Normally it's like 12. So this was a long one, and I was Christian called it.
And you really don't get much breather time when you do those kind of workouts.
No, well, this was go hard 2 minutes, off 2 minutes, go hard 2 minutes.
Okay.
But it totaled 40, and it's just and again, I love the variation and everything else, but I think Christian my son called that workout gross. So anyway, I'm off for 3 days. I got to let my body recover. Anyway,
well, and you'll get your workout being on Chase Crew for Riley. We wish her the best in the running event.
My beautiful daughter-in-law, Riley Cacciaturian, the ultimate.
I was at a luncheon yesterday, and I said, there was a time for announcements, and of course I stand up. And I said, anybody involved with the race weekend? I was surprised, like half the room raised their hands.
Well,
either as volunteers or participants, and you got to get yourself ready for that when you're stepping up in any capacity.
Be on the Chase Group trying to root for Riley Cacciaturian, my darling daughter-in-law, talented realtor. Let's check your weather. Meteorologist Greg Solier brought to this morning. Bryce, Sweet Petunia.
Yeah, the car show tomorrow.
Sweet Petunia, antiques, collectibles, so much more. And yes, they're in the outlet area of Tuscola, and they do have a car show tomorrow.
And it's a $15 registration fee. Registration between 10 and noon. Awards at 2. So kind of quick, but fun categories on all these classic cars. And really modern-day cars, too. Sweet Petunia at the Old Factory Outlet Mall.
Okay, Greg, and for the most part outside today, I think it's pretty nice till you get to the second wave Sunday, Monday, right?
Yeah, and well, we're going to have to run. I think we'll be able to run in the rain. I don't foresee any widespread severe weather. We've kind of wound down a little bit the mention of thunder and lightning as well. So if you can just kind of deal with some puddles and wet pavement, then and temperatures probably somewhere in the upper 60s, low 70s, which are not bad. Still a healthy breeze in open areas, and we'll get this thing going okay for the afternoon hours in particular. And then there's a secondary system Sunday night into Monday, third one, a much weaker one Thursday to Friday. Each one of these is going to bring down kind of with time the northerly branch to the jet stream pattern. So cooler days ahead going into May. No real warmth or heat. We'll probably have experienced a late spring feel around here with warmth during the course of March and April before anything begins to materialize in the warm weather department in May. In the 60s right now, some shower activity running from Kankakee to around the Muhammad area. Another band making its way up around the Decatur area. That's the longer lasting stuff for the later morning into the afternoon. Shower activity, temperatures to the mid 70s, gusty south wind. The rains will quickly move out this evening. Skies break after midnight. We'll bottom out at 48 to 52. Not bad for the weekend. Partly to mostly sunny. Both days lower 70s. Will be in the upper 40s and lower 50s at night. Showers and a 1/4 inch today. Another 1/4 inch on Monday. So conceivable some inch totals or a little more. So we're going to get chased out of the fields. Monday high at 75. Back to dry time, but cooler in the 60s Tuesday and Wednesday. Another round of shower activity next Thursday. We may be struggling hard pressed to get past 60 for highs around here late next week on Friday. For Stevie D Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much. ESPN 93.5. The Cubs have won 9 in a row.
But now it's the Dodgers.
In the row. Well, 9 in a row. They're hot.
Yeah.
Dodgers.
Hot meat's better. Hot beats better.
Hot beats better, but I don't know. Are the Dodgers that much better? I mean, their records. I think the Cubs might have a better record than the Dodgers at this point after winning 9 straight. Anyway, root for the Chicago Cubs against those Dodgers out West Coast. Dodgers are just like, okay, what day is this? Yeah, that's fine. You want to play today? I don't know. And then the playoffs, okay, now you got a problem.
That's when they get serious.
The lights turn on, and they've won 2 World Series in a row.
So they are overall record 17-8.
And what are I don't know if the Dodgers are that good. Anyway, good for the
17-8's the Dodgers.
Okay, then. Tied? Same?
I'm looking up the Chicago Cubs now.
17-8 Dodgers. The Cubs are something like that. So, anyway.
16-9.
Close.
This is going to be interesting.
Well, it's early in the season.
And the Reds are 16-9.
Yeah, Reds have been very good, too. Mm-hmm. And Cardinals. I mean, everybody. Cardinals, Pittsburgh, Milwaukee, Reds, Cubs are all over 500.
Yep.
That might be the first time ever.
It's true.
It's really hard to get everybody in your division with a winning record. So I think I would guess it's been a long time. Probably they had different people in their division the last time. They reconstructed so much in baseball with Houston going to the American League and all these other things that you might not remember. Okay. ESPN 93.5. So this we had a bunch of people coming back, and it was interesting. Jeremy Warner had a podcast with Michael LaTulip, who I think might be the best guy out there. From the standpoint, I think of
basketball analytics.
Yep, I do think he's one of the really good ones. Anyway, they were talking about the roles that our team and the players. I think, and he's saying, well, if the roles change and they decide, we went to the Final Four, I want to do more kind of thing, Brad Underwood's going to define your role, and you're going to play the role, or you're going to play the bench. You're going to be on the bench. No, you can't do that. Well, you got to play the way you're going to win, because no matter what your role is, if the team wins a lot, it tends to work out. So it's a human thing to say, man, then wait till this year. I'm going to shoot more threes and be better. I'm going to get to the end. I mean, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I do think Brad has the control of a team that will identify what they need you to do. You may not like your role, but that's going to be the role the coaching staff puts on a player. And so that you got to play the role or you don't play the game. That's kind of how it works, because, you just got to – I'm not worried at all. I think these guys are really tight, and I think they want to do whatever it takes because they see what heals everything is winning. It really doesn't matter. I don't like my role, man. Like the time I called Bill Self years ago when he left here, and he was on the phone with his center's dad, who told him that he wasn't using his boy correctly.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to be a different role.
Yes.
And Bill said, but, son, your son's on starting lineup for the number 1 team in America, sir. What do you want? Yeah. So here's Quentin Coleman, who talked to Keaton Wagler, and the kid kind of looks like Keaton. What are the odds? You get guys that don't be Keaton.
Yeah.
Be you.
Seeing the the blueprint. Basically, like how I could come in here and, seeing Keaton compete at the high level, wanting to, coming in and not even thinking he was going to be an NBA player, and then ends up being an NBA player because he's winning. Io, same thing, like just coming in and winning. Like when you win, everything else is going to fall in line. So I feel like that was the biggest thing with Keaton, is just he came in with the winning mindset, and now look at him. He's having the individual success and about to go to the NBA.
I'm just having a psychosomatic thing here. It sounds like Keaton too. So I don't get it. Yeah, but what Keaton Wagler had is a God-given talent that is it was in him. He didn't speed up. By that I mean, I got to go now. Mm-hmm. He was calm.
Yeah.
Brad mentioned that when he saw him play, Keaton Wagler scored 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
But he was more excited because he made all the right decisions. How does an 18-year-old know not to go fast because he's freaking out? I mean, it's just a gift, and he has it. The only bummer is he's gone. Good for him.
Yeah.
But this young man needs to forget about Keaton Wagler. You be you, and then they'll tell you, gosh, you need to slow down. They never had to tell Keaton Wagler to slow down.
Yeah.
He just innately had the presence. Did he look like an 18-year-old? Heck no.
Right.
Don't freshmen go through? Yeah. I mean, Kasper's Jonas.
Yep. There's another young one.
Who's a multimillionaire, had some freshman stuff. Will Riley, he had some freshman stuff. I don't think Keaton Waugler had some freshman stuff. It was amazing. Anyway. All right, we check your sports headlines.
Ready?
8:18, ESPN 93.5.
Well, Fernando Mendoza, also a young player. NFL draft was yesterday, and he's going to the Las Vegas Raiders.
But he's not expected to start. I think he'll compete, and I guess if he really is better than Kirk Cousins, the veteran that went through Minnesota and Atlanta, picked up by the Raiders to kind of help the kid, and boy, talk about a match. Kirk Cousins, strong faith, calm, good man.
Right.
Fernando Mendoza, strong faith.
Heck yeah.
Good man. We don't know how calm he'll be when he sees these enormous athletes that are quicker than anybody he's ever seen come after him.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also ready to sit, too. I think if you can take the guy like that and just help him, guide him gradually, I think it'll pay off big time.
Dylan Thieneman is the 25th pick that went to the Chicago Bears.
Look at that. Bears are 25th because they had such a good season. They got lower picks. That's cool.
Defensive back.
Yeah.
So, do you want to air the clips of some of our Illini in the past?
Maybe I'll do that after this next break.
Okay, sounds good. Looking forward to that.
Well, we have a montage of Tony Eason getting drafted, Jeff George getting drafted, Simeon Rice getting drafted. Pretty cool when you go back and do montage of your guys.
Mm-hmm. And since we're on the professional stuff, NBA playoffs. We have Atlanta up 2-1 with their win over New York, 109-108. Minnesota beat Denver 113-96. Minnesota's up 2-1. Toronto over Cleveland, 126-104 to stay alive. Cleveland up in that series 1-0. And the Stanley Cup playoffs are going on too. Buffalo over Boston 3-1 yesterday. Buffalo up 2-1. Carolina over Ottawa 2-1. Carolina up 3-0. Colorado's up 3-0 after beating LA's Kings 4-2 yesterday.
Getting all ready for spring cleaning. If you haven't done it yet, you might have. I was doing a little of that last night. While you may be focused on getting closets, scrubbing floors, that's a nice feeling when you do that. Busey encourages you to clean up your finances. Here's some ideas and some steps from Busey. Evaluate and pay down debt. Isn't that the big thing always? Review your budget. Check your credit report. Important because lending starts with that if you need money. Sign up for e-statements, paperless billing. You set up automatic bill pay. It means you won't forget that. It's easy to do that. You'll see it come out of your account, but you know it's proper, and that's what you do. Consolidate your accounts. How many openings you want in checking and savings? I mean, how many you need? Download the Busey mobile app. Manage your finances whenever you want, wherever you are, with Busey's mobile and online services. Get started on your spring cleaning today with the expertise and innovative products and services at Busey. Just go to Busey.com for more resources, and there's a lot at Busey.com. Or you can stop by one of their many convenient locations. Busey, member FDIC. You need anything chimney related? We're talking with Brad Thornsborough from Grizzly's Chimney Sweep. Brad, what do you guys do?
We can do just about everything, all the way from repairing chimneys, building them, tuck pointing them, cleaning them, realigning them, gas logs, gas inserts, wood inserts, freestanding wood stoves also.
Why is it important to have checkups?
Very important to have checkups because even in the last 2 weeks, I've been to 2 customers' houses that had chimney fires. I've been doing this for 19 years. If we ever see an issue up above, we take pictures so that the customer knows that we're not just making things up, that we can actually show them what we're seeing, explain how we're going to fix it, and then they'll feel comfortable with us fixing it.
You guys feel wonderful about what you do because you know you're doing great, honest work with a local mom and pop kind of a company that really services the Central Illinois area.
Yes, and we're all certified. We learn about the new techniques or anything that we may need to see while we're up there besides the experience that our company has.
Contact Grizzly's Chimney Sweep at grizzlysweep.com.
I'm Taylor Reefstack.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Reefstack. I'm the co-owner of Shimmer and Chic Boutique.
We are a women's clothing boutique in downtown Tuscola. We specialize in unique women's fashions. We have a wide range of tops, dresses, jeans, and accessories. Come down and let us style you for spring.
We have a huge Tuscola Warrior Room, women's, men's, children's, unique items.
Shimmer and Chic Boutique is located at 101 North Main Street in downtown Tuscola.
When your operation can't afford downtime, call the people who treat your business like their own. At Freedom Fabrication and Millwrights, you're working with over 150 years of combined industry experience, handling everything from on-site repairs to complete turnkey facility solutions. Call Richard and Selena for your next project, whether it's custom fabrication, emergency field repairs, or full system installation. They're also your local dealer for Chief Crane Systems. Call 217-574-5050. Freedom Fabrication and Millwrights. Experience you can count on. People you can trust.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
HOME, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end.
We don't have any HOMEs on record.
Your Erie agent in Champaign is Thomas & Ellers Insurance. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Everyone knows when you turn the key and the car won't run? Call 367-9481 for PDR Automotive. But did you also know that if you don't have a key and you need it to run, call 367-9481. PDR now performs key cutting with programming. PDR also performs module cloning. Cloning makes that module plug and play, in many cases allowing you to utilize a used module where a new module is no longer available or very expensive. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR. It is 8:25 on ESPN 93.5. Okay, so let's go back.
NFL draft in the past regarding our favorite Illini players.
Yeah, it's
fun to hear these names.
It really is. It really, really is, because it's been a minute since we've heard some of these guys. We haven't necessarily heard this in some time, so we'll do that. Figure it out. This is a bunch of different people. Now, if you don't have the commissioner saying your name, that means that you were like whatever round. The commissioner usually does the top round, maybe two, but then you get like your assistant guy and sometimes you get other people that represent the team. They do all that. So this is why you get a whole bunch of different voices on ESPN's draft from the past.
Sure the pronunciation's right here. Well, yeah. George. Here it is.
Indianapolis selects Jeff George, quarterback from Illinois. With the second pick in the first round, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Kevin Hardy, linebacker, Illinois.
With the fifth pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Devin Witherspoon, quarterback, Illinois.
Third choice in the first round, the Arizona Cardinals select Simeon Rice, defensive end, Illinois.
The 18th pick in the 2000.
Just one thing.
Hey, I was just starting to jam with that background music.
One comment. We're all, if you're of the right age, you're all a little miffed at Simeon Rice and his moment in the Super Bowl. Everybody's going, Bob Smith, University of Michigan, Kyle Tucker, the Ohio State University, Simeon Rice, University of Mars.
What?
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
Huh.
So, sorry, that's only been 30 years ago.
Okay.
Didn't forget that one. Come on, man.
2011 NFL Draft. The San Diego Chargers select Corey Liuget, defensive end, Illinois.
New England's first choice in the first round, quarterback, Tony Eason.
That was the Mike White. He had Dave Wilson.
Yeah.
And then Tony Eason, I think, played 2 years before Jack Trudeau took over.
Uh-huh.
And Tony Eason started the 85 Bears, the 86 Super Bowl. Tony Eason was the starter for New England in that game.
I see.
He went 0 for 14.
Oh, man.
And they had to pull him out. For Steve Grogan came in to finish, the veteran. But Tony, obviously played the NFL, And that was an awfully tough start for a very young quarterback to go against the 85 Bear defense. Are you kidding? Yeah. Yikes.
Illinois.
Richard Mendenhall. Whitney Merciless. Linebacker, Illinois. Vontae Davis. Defensive back, Illinois. A.J. Jenkins. Wide receiver, Illinois.
Jazon Newton. Defensive tackle, Illinois.
Jahan Ward, defensive end, Illinois.
Jeff Allen, guard, University of Illinois. Jartavius Martin, defensive back, Illinois.
Sidney Brown, DB, Illinois.
DeJuan Smoot, D-end, Illinois.
Tavon Wilson, safety from Illinois.
Isaiah Adams, guard, University of Illinois.
Pat Bryant, wide receiver, Illinois.
Tip Ryman, tight ends, Illinois.
Kendrick Green, center, Illinois.
Kirby Joseph, defensive back, Illinois.
Chase Brown, running back, Illinois.
Nate Hobbs, defensive back, Illinois.
Badarian Lowe, tackle, Illinois.
Nick Allegretti, guard from Illinois.
Casey Washington, wide receiver, Illinois. Doug Kramer, center, Illinois.
Yeah, that's through the years now. It's admittedly you could probably have a 2-minute segment like that from the Ohio State over the last 3 years. That took us 44 years. So not quite as many, but they're out there, and a lot of them mega successful. They had very good careers and still having some of those. So pretty cool, at least to hear your name. Mm-hmm. You can Google that because it has been a minute. Simeon Rice said University of Mars when introduced in the Super Bowl. I bet you ChatGTP would know that because it was just like, dang it, that's University of Illinois, man.
Right.
Why don't you represent? What are you thinking? It's huge for the university to hear their name. Mars University, University of Mars. Anybody ever remember that? Simeon. He was I remember seeing him at the mall. He was a freshman, and I said I would buy his football card right now. He was a freshman, kind of a freak. He was so athletic. And I remember Lou Tepper saying to me, he can't chart him. In other words, you don't know where he is on the field because he flies everywhere. He's such an athlete.
The only thing I'm seeing, Simeon Rice, former NFL defensive end who won Super Bowl with Tampa Bay Buccaneers, attended the University of Illinois, and then it says in parentheses, not Mars.
Okay.
Where he was a standout player.
I was a little worried that I'd misremembered, like disinformation. Mm-hmm. Okay, I knew he did. It sticks with you because you're going, shout out your school,
right?
Man. Get one shot at this.
Come on now, go Illini.
ESPN 8:30.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. President Trump says he wants an everlasting peace with no nuclear weapon for Iran. CENTCOM is prepared to do whatever it takes to bring them there.
Today marks 55 days since the President of the United States ordered major combat operations against Iran. Today and this morning, the Joint Force remains postured and prepared to recommence major combat operations on the order of the President.
General Dan Raisin Kane, a third U.S. aircraft carrier, arrives in the Indian Ocean to support the mission. The USS George H.W. Bush joins the USS Gerald R. Ford and Abraham Lincoln. Tornado terror in the town of Enid, Oklahoma last night.
A lot of people out in Grey Ridge, their homes are leveled. So we don't know how many are missing or if anybody's safe or not. So everyone needs to come together to pray for those families.
At least 10 people hurt, also damage to Vance Air Force Base. America is listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Salt Light and Urbana temporarily closed Tuesday after receiving a donation that contained bed bugs. Organization says it shut down out of caution and followed its plan to clear the building and clean all items before they reopen. Champaign's Information Technologies Director stepping down this summer. The city announced that Mark Tolson announced plans to retire after more than 18 years of service to the city. His last day comes up August the 14th. Tolson was appointed City IT Director back in July of 2012. Well, Champaign's City Council has approved the new ordinance requiring rental properties and vacant commercial buildings to be registered. The vote came after several residents objected, raising privacy concerns and warning the registry could lead to future costs. A resident there said the measure targets all landlords. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign and vicinity. The first of 3 wet weather systems over the next 5 to 7 days on the move for the day-to-day. Scattered showers, perhaps a couple of thunderstorms in spots this morning. Broader base shower activity, longer lasting, if you will, expected this afternoon. And winding down quickly this evening, 1/4 to maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain for the day-to-day. We'll top out with a high of about 74 and a gusty south-southwesterly wind. Overnight readings for tonight will be cooler, bottoming out at about 48 to 52. A lingering shower threat this evening, clearing in the overnight. For the weekend, not half bad, partly to mostly sunny skies at 73 tomorrow, 48 tomorrow night, up to 72 on Sunday. On northeast to easterly winds. Another weather system doing for Monday next week, another 1/4 to half inch in the gauge, and some increasing field work delays going forward with a high on Monday at 75. Then it's into a cooler weather pattern we go for Tuesday and Wednesday and beyond, with upper 60s there, mid 40s to mid 50s at night Tuesday and Wednesday. More shower activity Thursday of next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Champaign-Urbana Ballet makes a big splash with The Little Mermaid on May 1st and 2nd at the Virginia Theater. Glamorous and amusing, this magical adventure is one for the whole family. Sponsored by Area Wide Technologies, Bill Bass Foundation, Champaign Ballet Academy, Stone Ridge Dairy, and 2 Men and a Truck. Tickets at Virginia Theater box office or visit thevirginia.org. Join CU Ballet Under the Sea with The Little Mermaid.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Illini fans know when you want the best, you get Jets. Order a large one-topping Detroit-style pizza for just $16.99 when you use promo code LJETS. Or up your game with a large combo for the whole family. Get a large one-topping Detroit-style pizza, your choice of bread and dipping sauce, and a 2-liter Coca-Cola product for just $26.49. Use promo code COMBO and follow Jets Pizza Champaign on Facebook and Instagram. It's not pizza, it's Jets.
You know, with like Lands Inc., we specialize in, we've got an amazing HVAC department that takes care of your furnace, you know, your heat system, air conditioning, they do that. Yeah. And for us in Underground, we take care of all your pipes that come into your home, leave your home, and work around your home to keep it dry, you know, your drainage system, sump pumps, things like that. And exactly what you said, if you don't know, you know, a couple decades ago, it was more like, oh, something broke, go fix it, repair it, no big deal. Well, now with the technology, we have cameras, like you said, that we can come in on these Orange Comfort Clubs, and we can camera your sewer lines underneath your house and check them out just to make sure they're fine. If there's something wrong with it, we can show you right then. You know, truth is in seeing it. Yeah. We show it to you, and then you can plan as a homeowner for making those repairs or dealing with that issue later on. If it's an immediate need, at least you're not caught off surprise.
That sewer camera inspection with a proper clean out. I was just learning more at landsinc.com.
All righty. 8:36, last segment of the week for us. It's Diane Ducey there.
Hello.
Stevie
so glad
J.
it's Friday.
Race weekend. Got a lot of visitors in town.
And if you're doing other things, I know racing has in Farmer City with the hot laps at 6:30 tonight. I know we were promoting at the City Center, which hosted the Mile Party yesterday, how Kylie Morgan will be in concert with Caleb Sanders as the opening act. That's tonight. We were having people text in City Center to get in free. 217-359-2255 if you and a friend want to go to that show. Lots of things going on.
Yeah, there are 10K tonight. Mm-hmm. That's kind of predominantly campus, 6.2 miles around campus.
That's right.
And at Memorial Stadium, you'll see the, wrench and all the other tools to scoreboardish
Yes.
We're going to have the biggest scoreboard in America in college football.
I know. This will be so exciting when we start the season in September.
$100 million? No, it didn't cost that much. $20 million? How much did that cost? $500,000? $50 million? I don't know. I think it's a big deal.
Right.
I can't imagine. It's all part of entertainment. You know how many they introduce people down? Wait till they introduce Brad Underwood in the team. Oh, my gosh. They'll go nuts.
I know it.
And they're going to introduce Brad Underwood in the team for sure.
Heck yeah.
So anyway, Willie Comer's coming in on Monday. The Reverend Willie Comer. He's done Midnight Basketball for 15 years. Kent Hollis, who left the community, was a huge part of that. Midnight Basketball, which was really earlier. It wasn't necessarily midnight, but it was basketball. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to ask Willie a whole bunch of things about violence in our community. You know what would be amazing? Is if there was an incident and the police come, they're trying to find anybody that knows anything. What if they were able to get all the information from people that saw it? Because that's a huge problem. Mm-hmm. They're afraid they're going to get hurt because they're in the circle. And so somebody said, well, somebody said that, and he said it, and I didn't say it, and you're still in trouble. Mm-hmm. And it's scary. You got gang influences from Chicago. We've had that for over 100 years in this town. People... Al Capone had a presence here. Did you know that?
Yep.
I didn't know that. And you could...
I know from my background with the trades and things like that and some generations.
But you knew that Al Capone had people?
I feel like there were a lot of mafia influences in various pockets.
In Champaign-Urbana.
When it came to the Teamsters and different...
But Al Capone? I read something, and I would never mention any names that are still family names around here. Because I don't know.
I went out with a guy when I was at EIU in Joliet, and he had a big pocket of gangster relatives and things like that.
But not Capone. Al Capone was the most notorious, probably ruthless. Oof. I mean, you get in that thing, you might make
But
coin.
you have a lot of thugs in that circle.
Well, you do, and it's very factual. Joe Kennedy and the entire Kennedy clan made their money on bootlegging, which is, how smart was it for us to ban alcohol?
I know.
I get it. It wasn't very healthy for you. But to ban it means there's a whole new black market.
I know it.
I mean, is there a black market for cigarettes? Please don't let me get on another elegant rant. I mean, what in the world? Think about this. We're always about, you can't tax this because it'll be regressive for the poor people. I think it's probably noted in all kinds of surveys that people that smoke don't make $1 million a year. Most of them do not. I would think there'd be more people that are blue-collar, hardworking, roll up their sleeves, get it done. And we've essentially, in fact, I think, isn't there a new thing coming where you can't even buy cigarettes at some point? We're trying to eliminate tobacco already. Listen, if you have a cigarette, it's America. You can go smoke. Maybe not in my face. You can go outside. I'm not a smoker. But we're making it $10 a pack for cigarettes now?
$12.37 in Illinois is the average.
$12.37 for people that really don't have it. The same thing for gambling.
Chicagoland area, $17 a pack.
All right, so the message has been sent, but you lop it on the backs of people that maybe haven't had the smoothest life.
Cook County taxes is total of $7.16 per pack.
Yeah, hit the smoker because we all just want to see them around the outside fire trying to keep their hands warm where they have a cigarette because they're addicted to nicotine. I just think it's cruel and it's bad. They've got an addiction, people. Don't we treat them with more empathy when you have an addiction? It's not that easy to quit smoking. It's just cruel. And, frankly, I always thought gambling on every corner. I said that.
You did.
I said there are going to be houses at every corner. And there are Lulus and Lilis and Babas and all these other places.
All these girly names.
And the people that are doing it probably shouldn't be doing it to the level they're doing it. It is an addiction. Why would we feed an addiction? I feel better. I mean, really, does that make sense? You're charging $17 a pack of cigarettes in Chicago. How are they even paying it? And then another thing, while I'm on it.
Okay.
It was okay to steal $999 in L.A., right? COVID. Oh, don't even let them go. Let them go. They got cars. That's fine. Let them. Now I'm seeing these clips on social media of people that are getting busted like they're the mafia for shoplifting. What do we teach them? You go take $1,000. They're not going to bother you. Maybe they're behind on the news. We can now bother them. Mm-hmm. But they got away with so much. Now shoplifting? Yeah. Again, be consistent with the law of the land. But that was during the Biden era, so what do you expect? I'm sorry.
Just look away seems like the mantra.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Anyway, I just don't think that's fair to, why do we have a sales tax? That's regressive. You'll hurt the poor people. I'm telling you, demographics show, you can probably find many, many studies that the people that smoke generally aren't making the big dollars. They can. Sometimes they can. I'm just saying, for the most part, people paying $17 a pack of cigarettes don't have it. I don't want to encourage them. I want them to quit. But again, we've made it, if it's legal, the guy ought to go outside and be able to have a cigarette. I just think it's a rights thing. It's a freedom thing. But we have really pounded them. Okay, I'm done.
Thank you.
8:43. When the storm rolls in, where will you go? Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your family with a custom storm shelter from Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services. At Berg Tanks, their shelters are fiberglass and plate steel safe rooms that can be installed in your garage or exterior, in ground, or on a concrete pad. Built to withstand the toughest storms, giving you a safe, secure place when you need it most. Whether you need a compact unit for a small space or a larger shelter for the whole family, they've got you covered. Their expert team handles everything from excavation to installation, so you can have peace of mind before the next storm strikes. Berg Septic also specializes in septic pumping, new system installation, grease trap cleanings, repairs, and maintenance plans to keep your home running smoothly. Call Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services today at 217-367-8632 or visit them online at bergtanksinc.com. That's bergtanksinc.com. When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is right here in Champaign-Urbana to help you select the right protection at the right price. Kurt will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Your roof is your home's best protection for the elements outside. And that's why Owens Corning Roofing is designed and tested for superior performance. Kramer is a platinum preferred contractor hand-selected by Owens Corning. So start today and get 10% off the best roofing from the best roofing professionals.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Looking for something truly unique? Discover Sweet Petunia at the Tuscola Mall, where vintage charm meets modern style. With over 100 vendors and consigners across 16,000 square feet, you'll find antiques, collectibles, home decor, and one-of-a-kind furniture you won't see anywhere else. It's bright, clean, organized, and surprisingly affordable. From timeless treasures to seasonal finds, there's always something new waiting for you. Come explore Sweet Petunia in the Tuscola Mall. Your next favorite piece is already here.
Hi, this is Damon Hackelman, owner of Clean Right in Champaign. When disaster strikes your home or business, you have choices for emergency restoration services in Champaign County, and we're honored every time you choose us. At Clean Right, you're not calling a big national chain, you're calling a family-owned and operated company with deep roots right here in the community. We treat every customer like a neighbor, because chances are you are. Whether it's water damage, fire, storms, or unexpected emergencies, our certified and experienced technicians are ready with a 24/7 rapid response. We work alongside trusted expert partners to make the restoration process smooth and stress-free, guiding you every step of the way. Our goal is simple: to return your home or business to safe, clean, like-new condition as quickly and painlessly as possible. Learn more or request services anytime at cleanright.net. Clean Right, restoring properties and peace of mind across Champaign County.
Looking for something truly unique? Discover Sweet Petunia at the Tuscola Mall, where vintage charm meets modern style. With over 100 vendors and consigners across 16,000 square feet, you'll find antiques, collectibles, home decor, and one-of-a-kind furniture you won't see anywhere else. It's bright, clean, organized, and surprisingly affordable. From timeless treasures to seasonal finds, there's always something new waiting for you. Come explore Sweet Petunia in the Tuscola Mall. Your next favorite piece is already here.
All right, sports headlines, draft day 2 in Pittsburgh. That's where they picked sites, and so many people show up. This goes today and tomorrow.
Such a big party there. Looked really fun. The NFL draft started out with the Las Vegas Raiders getting Fernando Mendoza. And so that was awesome to see. And we'll see how our Illini do. Gabe Yakus is one that we're watching anyway. And we'll see what round he goes.
Talked to him briefly at church maybe a year ago.
Okay.
Gabe Yakus. And he was as wide as our window I'm looking at. He was enormously wide.
Yeah.
Wasn't super tall, but I'd have a problem putting the cones down without that kid. Man. He was really friendly, and I think I have his number.
Okay.
I told you that yesterday.
Let's have him on the show here on ESPN 93.5.
Well, he was going to be on, and couldn't get a response.
Football season tickets on sale for our Illini.
I got his number. I should just call him.
Okay.
I am representing the New Orleans Saints.
On the air right
we would
now?
like to... There won't be an answer.
Okay.
As Rob Judson told a former head coach when he was trying to recruit, he's not going to be there.
The 8-seed Illinois women's tennis team moves on to the next level in the Big Ten tournament with the quarterfinals that are underway now against Ohio State. So we wish our women's tennis team all the best. Illinois golfer, Big Ten Golfer of the Week, sophomore Freddie Turnell. Congratulations. Illinois softball in action after Tyra Perry this week got her 300th win. A big tailgate party between 11 and 1 tomorrow and Senior Day. We've got a series starting up against Penn State tonight at 5. Also, Illinois baseball at 6 o'clock tonight against number 20 Nebraska. Saturday at 3 and Sunday at 1. Here on ESPN 93.5, Andre Palante to the mound as we host Seattle with George Kirby on the mound.
Andre was at our last Caravan.
Cardinal Caravan.
Andrew was... In fact, we have 2 starters for the Cardinals. McGreevy and Palante were at the Hilton Garden Inn where we were, and they were at our Caravan.
Yep.
You got to go. That was sold out.
They're shooting
we
up
were
there.
Standing room only for that Caravan.
7:15 here on ESPN 93.5, Saturday at 1:15 as you're tooting around this race weekend. We have the LA Dodgers series starting up with the Cubs at 9:15 tonight. Jameis Taillon is the pitcher for the Cubs after beating the Phillies 8-7 yesterday in 10 innings.
Cubbies have won 9 in a row. That's getting serious now.
Emmett Sheehan is the pitcher for the LA Dodgers.
That is getting serious. Cubbies. How about the Cubbies? First place, they're second place right behind... no, they're first place in the Central.
Yeah.
And the Dodgers have a 1-game better record for the best record in baseball in the National League. Cubbies got it going, man. You win 9 straight, you look up. So go Cubs, listen to them on WGKC US 105.9.
You know, with like Lands Inc., we specialize in, we've got an amazing HVAC department that takes care of your furnace, you know, your heat system, air conditioning, they do
pumps,
that. And for us in Underground, we take care of all your pipes that come into your home, leave your home, and work around your home to keep it dry, you know, your drainage system, sump pumps, things like that. And exactly what you said, if you don't know, you know, a couple decades ago, it was more like, oh, something broke, go fix it, repair it, no big deal. Well, now with the technology, we have cameras, like you said, that we can come in on these orange comfort clubs, and we can camera your sewer lines underneath your house and check them out just to make sure they're fine. If there's something wrong with it, we can show you right then. You know, truth is in seeing it.
Yeah.
We show it to you, and then you can plan as a homeowner for making those repairs or dealing with that issue later on. If it's an immediate need, at least you're not caught off surprise.
That sewer camera inspection with a proper clean out. I was just learning more at landsinc.com.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. The first of 3 wet weather systems over the next 5 to 7 days on the move for the day-to-day. Scattered showers, perhaps a couple of thunderstorms in spots this morning. Broader base shower activity, longer lasting, if you will, expected this afternoon. And winding down quickly this evening, 1/4 to maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain for the day-to-day. We'll top out with a high of about 74 and a gusty south-southwesterly wind. Overnight readings for tonight will be cooler, bottoming out at about 48 to 52. A lingering shower threat this evening, clearing in the overnight. For the weekend, not half bad, partly to mostly sunny skies at 73 tomorrow, 48 tomorrow night, up to 72 on Sunday. On northeast to easterly winds. Another weather system due in for Monday next week, another 1/4 to half inch of the gauge, and some increasing field work delays going forward with a high on Monday at 75. Then it's into a cooler weather pattern we go for Tuesday and Wednesday and beyond, with upper 60s there, mid 40s to mid 50s at night Tuesday and Wednesday. More shower activity Thursday of next week. For Steve Day Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
A lot of friends, visitors in town. Represent, be nice, all that fun stuff, because there were a lot of people coming in for the race. And, again, we'll dodge, hopefully, all the raindrops that might be coming tonight.
7:30 is the start time for the 5K with thousands involved in that.
5K's 3.1 miles, so the winner's going to be at 15. 15 minutes. I think I'll go run 3 miles. Be back in 15.
On the mile experience, they did have the elite category, but they had some that you have to run it under 17 minutes.
Okay, I can do that. We run those.
I was like, okay, that doesn't sound too bad.
Our workout, I can generally do a mile now in like 11 and a half minutes. Not very good, but,
That's awesome.
Not a great runner. But, most people I'm around can do it between 6 and 8.
Jason is mentioning on 359-2255, Simeon Rice said he was from the School of Hard Knocks. Back in the day, too.
Maybe he just
didn't mention U of I very often.
I swear Mars was in there. In fact, when you looked it up, it said he's from Illinois, not Mars. So
right.
Mars was in there, but maybe he said it another time. What was it about it? What happened at Illinois?
I don't know.
He was here 4 years, wasn't he?
Why wouldn't he give us the credit?
I don't know. So maybe there was something else. I don't know. Anybody know the inside of Simeon Rice? Let us know. But he was a fabulous athlete. I mean, he was probably could have played basketball in college. I mean, he was just an athlete. But he flew around that field and won a Super Bowl. I think he won a Super Bowl. Yeah, he was with
Tampa Bay.
John Gruden, though. John Gruden replaced Tony Dungy. Tony Dungy went to Indianapolis and won his Super Bowl with the Colts.
Gotcha.
But he was in Tampa, and I think they came here and beat the Bears in Champaign that year and won the Super Bowl. I believe that's so. Simeon did come back and play, but why he wouldn't? Okay, Diane, we thank you.
Enjoy the weekend.
That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. Look for Diane at the race about mile 23.
That's right.
Cheering and encouraging.
Woo-hoo!
All right, thank you for listening. I'm Stevie J. Have a blessed weekend.
Looking for a warm, welcoming place to relax in Tuscola? Stop by Hometown Grounds, where great coffee and great company come together. They're proudly serving Mad Goat coffee, so you can enjoy a rich, delicious cup while catching up with friends. And if you've got kids, no problem. There's a special play area where they can have fun and you sit back and relax. Hometown Grounds is a gathering place for the whole community and perfect for meetings. Come see what everyone's talking about in Tuscola. Visit hometowngroundscoffee.com and plan your visit today.
Everyone knows that when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 for PDR Automotive. But did you also know that if you don't have a key and you need it to run, call 367-9481. PDR now performs key cutting with programming. PDR also performs module cloning. Cloning makes that module plug and play, in many cases allowing you to utilize a used module where a new module is no longer available or very expensive. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR. You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Looking for something truly unique? Discover Sweet Petunia at the Tuscola Mall, where vintage charm meets modern style. With over 100 vendors and consigners across 16,000 square feet, you'll find antiques, collectibles, home decor, and one-of-a-kind furniture you won't see anywhere else. It's bright, clean, organized, and surprisingly affordable. From timeless treasures to seasonal finds, there's always something new waiting for you. Come explore Sweet Petunia in the Tuscola Mall. Your next favorite piece is already here.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands from Lands Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now at Lands, it's a great time to buy a new Trane heating and cooling system. We are offering special financing or up to $1,500 off any qualifying Trane system. At Lands, we know what it takes to deliver exceptional comfort, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you are thinking of a new comfort system, now is the time to buy. And remember, it's hard to stop a Trane. I'm Troy Lands, and you can count on my company because you can count on me.
I'm very honored to have Brittany Algie in my studio. She's advanced practice registered nurse specializing in behavioral health at OSF Healthcare Sacred Heart in Urbana. Now has several options for inpatient, outpatient behavioral health, offering medication management and therapy to treat depression, anxiety, bipolar, schizophrenia, PTSD, and more. Isn't it, you have to kind of agree you kind of need to talk to somebody?
Absolutely.
How do you get to that?
Being honest and doing a self-check-in about how you feel. Checking in with your emotions, seeing like, am I okay? Because a lot of times we're highly functioning, feeling depressed, we're feeling overwhelmed, and we don't take a minute to just pause and actually see how we're feeling.
But so take stigma, Brittany, and you don't want to talk to somebody because then they'll think you're crazy.
Well, there's no such thing as crazy. So there's nothing wrong with asking for help because life is always going to be challenging. There's always going to be stressors that come along.
So we commend you and
Thank you.
Somebody who loves what they do. So I'm going to give out your number.
Behavioral Health Professionals, OSF Healthcare Sacred Heart Urbana, 217-337-4310.
There's a new way to stay connected with the Urbana Park District. Just send a text. Got a question or a comment? Text us and we'll reply within one business day. And now you can follow your interest. Sign up for text alerts about programs, events, and weather updates. Choose as many interests as you'd like. It's quick and easy. Just visit urbanaparks.org and tap Text Us or follow your interest. Urbana Park District. You belong here.
This is Eric Bolin with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.